demand it. I've done what I can, and I never mentioned the times you rude, and I never mentioned when you hear the truth. Scared to lose it all, I won't stand a chance, and I don't wanna fake it. What if I can't walk away? Got me saying away, hoping I don't make the same mistake. Same mistake. Hoping I don't make the same mistake. I don't like to leave things unresolved. Maybe it's madness. I'm begging you, please pick up the call. You're causing me damage. I should've known, wasn't your fault. Don't even matter. I wasn't thinking clear, trying to take it there. Scared to lose it all, I won't stand a chance, and I don't wanna fake it. What if I can't walk away? You got me standing in the rain, hoping I don't make the same mistake. Same mistake. Hoping I don't make the same mistake. I'm just standing in the rain, hoping I don't make the same mistake.
Hand out, she holds. It's feeling like we've been here before. We're both so broke. That's something that'll keep us afloat. Don't walk too slow. We can't keep falling deeper again. Came too close and the taste so far from pure. A rush of blood, but we search for so much more. We've all been here before. We've all been here before.
Approaching 80% of the way through one of the most exciting weeks in Shenandoah Esports history here, as it is March 20th, and we've got another doubleheader to bring it to you today. We have our varsity Rocket League team gearing up to take on West Virginia Wesleyan University in the first of 2 matches, one day after we had a doubleheader in Smash Bros. Plenty of action going on during this week, and we'll take you through all that. But we got to get through Rocket League first. So, hi everybody, I'm Chris Clayton, and I'm joined once again by Ben Kincaid. We've got a great series. We've got 2 great series to take you through here today, as our Rocket League has got plenty of action going on.
Yeah, Rocket League this time is the team with the doubleheader. We had Smash Bros. Yesterday with the doubleheader where they came on top in both matches, so very, very fun stuff. Yeah, was that swapped?
No, that was Kevin.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's my brother.
But yeah, so it's going to be a blast, and it's even more special here tonight because, well, West Virginia Wesleyan College is here in person to play us on LAN here at the Shenandoah Esports Arena, and I cannot be more excited to see that one go down.
Yeah, what a way to start winding down this awesome week. Yeah, for one of the first times in our program's history, or at least one of few times during just regular season competition, we were able to get one of the teams that we're playing against to come out and play us in person. So we've got an awesome atmosphere in here. We got plenty of people in here, and there's more reasons than just Rocket League that's filling up this arena. We can take a look at everything going on in this building because, boy, oh boy, somehow this graphic somehow becomes more and more overwhelming every time we look at it. Today's Thursday, for those of you maybe keeping track at home, so we've gotten through 3 very exciting days so far, including a very exciting doubleheader last night with Smash Bros. Squeaking out a series win over a very talented Lebanon Valley school in NECC, but they remain undefeated and they continue to play on today. But it looks like a forfeit maybe from James Madison up top there, kicking us off. So strong start to the day, but just that, a start to the day, as there are 5 other titles underneath that, including 3 series from our Rocket League team.
It says
we're gonna
3 at 8 o'clock.
move on from that. Oh, all right. So quick correction. The third one there is Smash, so they will be playing against Shawnee State. But point is, yes, Rocket League plays twice today, and we'll be covering both here on stream, starting with West Virginia Wesleyan, and then tomorrow we've got our Overwatch triple header. That one is accurate. 1 at 7, 1 at 8, 1 at 9. If you've been missing out on any Overwatch action, now is the time to catch up.
Yeah, it's going to be a whole lot of Overwatch on Friday. All 3 of those games will be on stream. They're all best of 5, so hey, well, I guess first to 3, I guess they call it, not best of 5. So it's going to be a joyride on Friday for sure, but today we have our joyride in cars instead with some good old Rocket League. Very excited to jump into this one. Both of these teams, I believe, hunting for some stabilization in their leagues. So we take a quick look at what last season looked like for both of these squads. Shenandoah going 2-5-9-15 game record, whereas on the other side, West Virginia Wesleyan going 1-6, 7-18 their game record last season, looking to improve on that as they come into this season as well as we approach playoffs.
Yeah, it looks like history has not treated either of these teams too well, as that, this season more so continuing those trends, unfortunately, as both of these teams just look to find their footing. And as we move later into the season with a lot less time and a lot less room for error, both of these teams now just looking for an opportunity to find themselves back in the win column. So Shenandoah with a little bit of home field advantage as well, something to keep an eye on. But statistically, both of these teams very evenly matched, as you just saw.
Yeah, looking at the standings as well, FIU Kaiser looking very, very strong towards the top of the standings. ETSU as well, tied up with Florida Southern and Nichols College at 4 and 3, and SU, WVWC, and Morris College taking up the back of the group here, but looking to try to punch a ticket, a late run into a potential playoff berth. But mathematically, not sure what that one looks like for these 2 squads, but nonetheless trying to end the season on a good note here. So we'll have to see what goes down here today, who will get their 2nd win of the season or who will drop to 1-6.
Yeah, certainly don't want to call this an unimportant game. Every game is important for reasons you might not think of, and this is definitely important for both of these teams to get a big mental boost and again, find themselves back in the win column for the first time in a while. Both of these teams just struggling to put it all together, but an opportunity, right? If you look at the numbers, both of these teams have struggled so far, and if you're on either side of the line, you're thinking, well, this is our time to strike. This is where we get to thrive. So with all that, I believe are getting ready to hear from the players themselves. Part of the fun of being back out here in the arena is that we get to get a little sneak preview of what's happening behind us,
that is true.
which has not been true for a while. And if I'm not mistaken, I think I see Kevin back there, but now that I mention it, he's shuffling around. But we've got Griffin standing by Mango, ready to talk to the players. Oh, and it looks like we might have one of the players from both teams. So. Well, I'm going to stop narrating what's going on off screen, but I do believe they're getting ready, so we can go hear from the players whenever Kevin's ready. All right, so okay, that's my brother. I get to give him a little bit of trash, but okay, looks like they're ready to me. We're going to go ahead and throw it over to Kevin standing behind us. Let's hear from those guys, Kevin.
Yeah, great stuff here in the Shenandoah Esports Arena. I'm loving what I'm seeing so far because we got two teams here in person this time around for the Rocket League competition. I have to ask, how are you feeling right now?
I'm feeling pretty good. We're feeling energetic. We're feeling quite high in spirits. We played you guys before, but we're ready for a different turnaround this time.
Oh, that was fighting words, Griff. How are you feeling?
I mean, I'm feeling solid. I mean, it's a beautiful day outside. Good day to go outside. Good day to play Rocket League. That's about it.
Great stuff all around. I gotta say, so being in a different environment where now everyone's kind of in that same room, you don't always get that experience during the regular season. How are you feeling going into this match? Like, is that affecting y'all at all, or do you think you're still going to be good flowing through it?
I mean, having them directly behind us in a higher level is kind of intimidating, I'm not going to lie. But they have pretty good equipment, so I'm ready to use it to our advantage.
Great stuff all around. Well, what about you, Griff? You got your opponents right in front of you. At any point, they could turn around. They could say something mean. They could throw an insult, say Dr. Pepper's bad. I don't know. Yeah.
You know what? Power to them. Let them do it. I mean, we're all here for a good time. Like, shots are going to be fired regardless. But, like, at the end of the day, it's Rocket League. We're a team. Like, we're on the same fan base anyway.
Yeah, great stuff all around. I want to ask one final question when this is all said and done. Win or lose, got to ask, what's the kind of tradition afterwards?
Well, we like to pray right before our games, and we tell God whether we win or lose, we're going to praise him. So after games, we like to go over what we did wrong or right and tell each other we did good either way.
Beautiful stuff. SU, what's the plan after?
Probably get some food. I'm kind of hungry, but like we got multiple games to play this week or tonight, so like probably gonna have to bounce back. Like he said, analyze what we did right, what we did wrong, and bounce back for game 2.
Great stuff all around. Well, I will let both of you get back to it. Thank you so much for the interview. Best of luck to both sides, and we'll send it back to the casters.
Good little show of sportsmanship out of the guys there, and it's exciting to hear that they clearly seem to be friends with each other, right? No bad blood, a little bit of trash talk, but mostly forced by Kevin, so that's all right. But, I mean, adding fuel to the fire there, Dr. Pepper was mentioned and not in a way that Griff liked.
Yeah, Dr. Pepper is definitely, if you're listening, Dr. Pepper, hey, we like you guys a lot. We are heavy drinkers of the Dr. Pepper. We're not, that sounds bad out of context, saying heavy drinkers, but of Dr. Pepper, specifically.
Fuel.
So just the caffeine, yeah. The fuel for our cars, specifically for this Rocket League team, like big time, is the good old Dr. Pepper. So, yeah. Yeah, it's motivation, it's reward, it is many, many things to this team. And so are chicken wings from a non-name restaurant that I won't mention until we get a sponsorship from them, too. But, yeah, so plenty on the line here. As both of these teams gearing up to get into game here soon, we can take a look at the guys as they start to warm up, start to get locked in here. Shenandoah, like we heard, sitting in the top row. The position matters here. The high ground.
Shenandoah does have the high ground in their home territory, but West Virginia Wesleyan has an interesting seating arrangement as well, as by being lower and in front of them, they can turn around and be right in Shenandoah's face. So
Yeah.
plenty to keep an eye on here physically as these teams are positioned very, very close to each other.
Yeah, no, it's going to be fun seeing maybe some chirping back and forth. A mechanical outplay comes through, and you turn around and you go like, hey,
What happened there?
Gotcha. What happened? Where'd you go? I thought you were going to hit the ball, but you missed. But yeah, going through the teams, right? We had Mango. We have Pagani in instead of a limb here on these Thursday matchups like we've had all semester long. And then Kiazi as well, the first one that we saw on the far side of this Roman camp. But now let's take a quick look at West Virginia Wesleyan, right? We have Zekaroni, Cayenne Drake, and Spexlas Macarios here goes by both names. We'll have to see which one that goes. But that is from left to right here. So kind of bottom and then in that kind of rainbow shape that I lifted up. That's Macarios there on the right-hand side as we go through the lineups that we just saw on that beautifully lovely interview from Kevin.
Yeah, good stuff. All the players seem to be settling in just fine. Again, we've said it a couple times. This is definitely a home field advantage for Shenandoah. They're used to these setups. They're used to this equipment. West Virginia Wesleyan sounds happy with the equipment, but I'm sure not what they're used to. So we'll see if they're able to settle in, but it certainly looks like they're not struggling. It looks like they are starting to warm up, getting used to the setups, getting used to the atmosphere in here. As, again, there's a lot of eyes in here. There's a lot of people competing in various titles, a lot of people watching this game here because this is probably a first for Shenandoah. I don't have the statistics in front of me, but I certainly can't remember that we've had a regular season match happen in person like this.
No, I mean, this is the first one I've ever been a part of, right? And I am super stoked for it. I mean, we have Smash Bros. Over here. Yep, I'm mirrored. This way, all behind us, I believe we have Varsity and Academy behind us. We have our Academy Overwatch over here in this quadrant. And then right here, up top, our top.
Yep.
There it is. Yeah, whoa. Is our Varsity Rocket League. And then down there, West Virginia Wesleyan. So, yeah, it is a packed arena here today as we go into our hype chamber, into our fly-through, getting ready for game number 1, right? Is this best of 5? Will it be a clean sweep, or are we going to go all the way? We will just have to wait and see, but I'm very excited to see what this game 1 brings, as it's usually kind of both teams feeling out the play styles of each other, finding patterns and trying to capitalize on some of those mistakes here in game 1 and snowball that into game 2, 3, and beyond.
Yeah, I certainly love seeing us get into this stadium here because that means we are dangerously close to getting to game time here. Kickoff should be just about any minute. You said it. Game 1 can determine a lot of things and really set the pace for how this series is going to go. Both teams, I'm sure, looking to get out to fast starts, but nonetheless, the bigger thing, yes, find whatever information you can, get a download on your opponent, and carry that into the rest of the series.
Yeah, Kiazi picking that pass up, going for the double tap. The follow up from Mango, going just wide of the goal, up above that crossbar. Macarios now trying to get aggressive, but the clear coming through yet again from Shenandoah. Ball dangerously up by the crossbar. Kiazi able to touch that one through. Shenandoah first on the board, 1-0.
Yeah, how about it? 30 seconds, and the arena's a little quiet. You see some laughter there. It looks like the players are starting to loosen up, and now's where the nerves got to come out, right? It's all right, we're settled in. We're completely into this game. West Virginia Wesleyan, just has to settle into this environment, and now down 1-0. Dangerous ball there right in front of the goal, but goes moneyless so far. Shenandoah still up only 1.
Yeah, Pagani in position off of that waterfall angle, able to finish the job with that one. 45 seconds in, and SU find themselves with a 2-0 lead. I believe it was Zeke going through that clear, but just unable to make contact with the ball where they would like it to be. Pagani able to catch that one up. SU now with a commanding 2-0 lead, winning off on the third kickoff here of the game. Macarios now trying to win out on that 50-50, but instead we'll just be trying to block Mango out of that ball, who will finally make their way through. Kiazi now sending it down the field into the corner. Zeke able to catch that one and push it in West Virginia Wesleyan's side of the pitch.
Yeah, we got to see West Virginia Wesleyan slow the game down a little bit. Shenandoah has come out as aggressive as they'd hoped, and West Virginia Wesleyan has not had much time to set up any of their own game plan just yet. But now, finally, we are approaching a minute of uninterrupted gameplay, and what do we see but West Virginia Wesleyan finally setting up some shots? They haven't landed just yet, but that's what you need to see. Mango said it a couple times down at Boost on the Beach. The team that gets more shots is going to win the game. Just statistically, some of those are bound to go in. So now finally we see West Virginia Wesleyan set up a little bit, but now the last couple seconds, last good 30 seconds have been mostly Shenandoah offense.
Yeah, West Virginia Wesleyan definitely finding themselves on the defensive side of things here in game number 1. Mango now with a clear, trying to get that one pushed off into the corner, but Macarios able to meet that one, tossing that one off the backboard, trying to go for the double tap, but won't be able to connect. Drake as well, finding that cross center angle, but Zeke unable to follow up on that one. Not enough boost to work with for them to find that triple commit. But now we approach the halfway mark here in game number 1. And, well, it's only 2-0, not a massive lead here for the Hornets here in game number 1. So we'll see if West Virginia Wesleyan can do anything about it. But Kiazi with a little bit of a dribble, a fake out going left and going right into the goal. 3-0 SU.
Yeah, good handle there out of Kiazi, going right past the WVW defense, and nobody there to make the last stand. Means that this one is getting out of control now. 3 goals is not what West Virginia Wesleyan would like to see, but you said it, halfway through this game now, plenty of time left, but 3 goals certainly is a lot. We'll see if West Virginia Wesleyan, again, can just find some way in and maybe turn that into more down the line, both in terms of this game and the series as a whole. But so far, it's been a lot of SU offense that WVW has just not been able to stay out of.
Yeah, West Virginia Wesleyan trying to get a clear and follow up on it, but SU doing a great job at meeting the passes and the clears in the air before West Virginia can get to it. And that, frankly, has been the name of the game. SU has been able to meet and touch these clears at around half field and capitalize on them, pushing them into the corners and having a follow-up off of these crosses, whereas WVWC have not been able to get out of their defensive half of the pitch thus far, unable to get these shots on goal like SU has been able to do.
Yeah, now ball finds its way back over midfield, and finally West Virginia Wesleyan with an opportunity, and the ball on the right side of the field, but not for long as the demo comes through and they can't capitalize from it. So Kiazi able to stall a little bit and launch it to the corner as Mango looks to set up a shot. Pagani launching it over the middle, but to the other corner and caught by Macarius. So not much offense just yet as Mango looks to just get a touch, but we sit at midfield and finally a shot comes out. Mango with a bad touch there, but Pagani able to redeem it. Maybe a setup for Pagani as he was able to catch it right down the middle and off the top, make it 4 goals for Shenandoah.
Surely that was a pass, right?
Yeah, I'm sure that was drawn up.
That was not a missed touch, right? That was calculated, right? A pass, a lob, if you will, the alley-oop to come through. SU now find themselves with a 4-0 lead here in game number 1. A minute to go. West Virginia Wesleyan trying to get on the board in this series, trying to end this game 1 on a positive note. Let's see if SU will be able to say anything about it as Kiazi pushes that over into the corner towards Pagani, but Kyan Drake able to meet that one in the air, flip reset, the pass, the cross coming through, but no one there to follow up just yet.
Yeah, you said it. SU doing a great job so far of just preventing any threats from even approaching their goal. All of these plays hardly making it past midfield, and just like that, Kiazi has a shot on goal, well defended by West Virginia Wesleyan as Kyan Drake able to get 2 touches and clear it back to midfield, and now has a shot, but Kiazi there to protect with no boost from Kyan Drake. A good shot there from Macarios, but well defended once again. 10 seconds left in this game. Would take probably the most miraculous comeback in Rocket League history for West Virginia Wesleyan to come back into this one, but with zeros on the clock, can they find one for themselves? They cannot. Shenandoah soundly taking game number 1 in this best-of-5 series.
Yeah, 4-0 here in game number 1 for SU. Griff doing a little dance there on the player cams as well, feeling good, looking good as well. But West Virginia Wesleyan, what do you do? What do you have to work on, right? Finding these clears and trying to transition that back into some offensive prowess is definitely going to be the name of the game in game number 2. SU, however, has been doing a great job at meeting those clears and maintaining possession of that ball into the corners.
Yeah, and we can see the spirits are high here in the SU Esports Arena, at least for the home team, as Mango gives a little look to the camera there. But, yeah, all 3 players in high spirits, hitting little dances there, and now, again, I mean, I hate to keep pulling up the high ground, if you will, but SU is sitting on top as we speak. Mango getting maybe a little too comfortable up there, as West Virginia Wesleyan did get a little bit of coaching there in between games, and we'll see if they're able to apply whatever changes they feel necessary and bounce back in game 2 here.
Yeah, definitely not over yet, right? It is a best of 5, so definitely plenty of Rocket League still to come, unless SU, I mean, if they lock down on that defensive side and keep capitalizing on their clears into the corners, I mean, it could be all done and dusted. And if they find themselves with a 2-0 lead here, Pagani winning out on that initial kickoff here in game number 2. A flip coming through. Kiasi doing a great job at pushing that one back out into the corner. But now we can see a little bit more ball control coming through from WVWC here. It's Kyan Drake now trying to find the cross, the follow-up coming through, the shot on goal, but won't be able to find the touch they were looking for. But the pinch from the corner instead, Zeke will find the angle. WVWC first on the board in game number 2.
Yeah, just like that, give them opportunities on the goal, and they'll find one eventually. A great pinch from the corner there off of Kiazi's car. So West Virginia Wesleyan strikes first here in game 2. Will the adjustments carry over? Will they last the length of this game? Can the ball stay in the Shenandoah side of the field? That's what West Virginia Wesleyan is looking for, but it's not what they're seeing right now.
Oh, good rotation coming through from Macarios, able to find that save. Now it's Kyan Drake finding the cross into the corner. Will they be able to find the angle? No, pushing it back across. WVWC now finding themselves with a lot of control of this ball here in game number 2. But just as I say that, Mango going for it all will be able to sneak it past that goalpost, tying it up 1 apiece.
Yeah, good little catch here off the pass there. Mango cheating up very far and intercepts that one, takes it the distance. Macarios, excuse me, not able to get back in time, and you can't blame him. The great little jump there from Mango to get the ball, take it all the way back and tie this game up with under a minute surpassed in this game. But just like that, call it a couple demos, and just like that, West Virginia Wesleyan strikes back in a heartbeat and pulls ahead 1 goal just like that.
Yeah, Zeke able to go up high and answer back. Not a tie game for long here in game number 2. Zeke able to find that one. I believe that's their 2nd goal of this game, having that previous goal as well with the pinch into that corner. Now we see Kiazi having a shot on goal. The follow-up coming through from Mango goes wide. Kiazi's follow-up as well, just going off of that post. Good defense coming through from West Virginia Wesleyan as they hunt for a clear, but Mango not letting them find that one just yet. Off the crossbar again, follow-up from Mango going just wide. WVWC defense holding strong. Pagani now finding a cross, but no follow-up coming through. A triple commit thus far coming through from Shenandoah Hornets, coming out scoreless.
Yeah, little to no boost on the SU side in that rotation. They finally get a little bit on Pagani, but a bit of an opportunity there for West Virginia Wesleyan. They don't come up with a goal from it, though. So ball still where they needed to be for the first time in a while, but good solid minute that SU had some serious offensive pressure there. But now Zeke with a good touch to the corner. Pagani there to receive it, can't quite clear it. So again, an opportunity for West Virginia Wesleyan, but well defended by Mango to try clear this ball out of this corner, but now falls dangerously in front of the goal. Kiazi there able to buy enough time and clear that one out for now. Midfield, Mango with an opportunity, and that's where he's dangerous.
Yeah, Drake able to push that one up to the backboard. Kiazi now with a shot off into that post. Macarios the one back on defense, able to push that one into the corner. Mango now trying to capitalize again off of that backboard, but WVWC doing a great job getting back on the defensive side. However, Pagani with a demo, a shot on goal. Mango can follow up, find the touch indeed, tie it up at 2 apiece halfway through game number 2.
Yeah, long developing play there out of Mango and nobody home to break it up. That's an easy layup to himself, and Mango finishes the job. One-man show on that play and ties up this game once again, as now West Virginia Wesleyan, where they've had opportunities to pull ahead, haven't been able to maintain it, and we find ourselves back to a tie game with 2 minutes left to play.
Pagani tossing it back down to Mango. Mango up in the air, going off of a fake there with that flip reset. Now the shot coming through, going just wide. Drake trying to find that push and clear out into that corner. Will be able to do so with the help of Makarios, winning out on that 50-50 as well against Kiazi there. Pagani now going up in the air, met by Zeke. Shenandoah again back doing what they did in game number 1, catching these clears coming through from West Virginia Wesleyan and capitalizing on it, keeping the ball in WVWC's half of the pitch. Pagani with the cross, Mango in position to follow up, will be able to do so. Shenandoah snatched the lead away with 1:39 to go.
Here's some serious team play for you here. Pagani with a gorgeous setup off the backboard, and Mango very much in position to capitalize, finding the top corner and putting SU ahead for, I believe, the first time in game 2 here. So West Virginia Wesleyan now forced to dig deep and stay alive in this series, try to claw back. It's a 1-goal deficit for now, but West Virginia Wesleyan's offense has not been impressive just yet. So it's going to take big opportunities here to try to tie this game back up.
Yeah, Zeke now trying to find a touch, will be able to find it, but Pagani back on the defensive end, able to find that save. Drake now with a clear into the corner, looking for a pass, trying to get past Mango, but won't be able to do so. Kiazi with a demo as well. It's Zeke back on the defensive side, keeping that ball in the corner out of harm's way. But now with 1 to go, down 1, you have to find some offensive pressure, but they have not been able to do so in the second half of this game. It's been all SU with this control.
Yeah, SU playing quite back and just semi-defensive, a little bit of offensive keep away, as we saw Pagani just sitting at midfield ready to intercept any offensive threat again from West Virginia Wesleyan. And now Kiazi with an opportunity, well defended there by Zeke, clears toward midfield, but again the ball hardly ever crossing that line, as Kiazi there to bump it right back. So 30 seconds remain for West Virginia Wesleyan to find an answer here, find 1 goal to at least force overtime as the clock ticks to 20. Pagani with a whiff there, but Mango and an opportunity to take it the distance, can't quite get home, and the clock's ticking down to 10.
10 seconds left. Zeke now trying to go on the offensive side, but the pass is caught by Kiazi. Drake back on defense, able to find that save with 1 second left. They need to try to keep this ball up if they want to stay in this one. Not a whole lot of boost to work with. Can they get there in time? No, they thought it was going to go off of the corner, but it does hit the ground. Time expires 3-2. SU having to fight back in game number 2 to snatch a 2-0 series lead.
Yeah, good little product placement there out of Mango as well. That one surprised me. I really did think that was going to bounce back up the wall and West Virginia Wesleyan would have an opportunity, but heartbreak as probably pixels difference there, and game 2 goes SU's way. So West Virginia Wesleyan, plenty to be happy about in game 2, especially compared to game 1, a goal differential of 4 in game 1 and only 1 in game 2. So certainly improvements, but now it will take a reverse sweep if West Virginia Wesleyan is to walk out of this arena as winners.
Yeah, Zeke Aroni was able to get 2 goals pretty quickly in that game number 2 before the halfway mark of that game, but then the Hornets, the defense, started to come alive. They were able to find the clears and keep following up on them, as well as stop any clears going into their half of the pitch. That's huge props to Pagani on that back end, that defensive player that we often see them fall into, right? Able to find these clears into corners and let Kiazi and Mango work on that offensive side. We saw some triple commits come through as well, but it did not come back to bite them whatsoever, as West Virginia Wesleyan struggled to find a clear, but now off of the kickoff here, Drake trying to find a cross, trying to do it all themselves, but Zeke unable to make contact with that one, as it's Kiazi that was able to find that push off into the corner.
And where have we seen most of the offensive success from SU come from? It's been coordination. It's been great setups with teammates, and we just haven't seen those types of setups out of West Virginia Wesleyan just yet, and I think that's what it's going to take. It's been a lot of individual effort from West Virginia Wesleyan, but nobody able to really put it all together just yet. So we'll see if that is the answer coming into Game 3, 40 seconds into the game and scoreless. A bit of a mix-up here in trends of the series, as all of the games so far have been pretty front-loaded in offense.
Yeah, Makarios now trying to beat out Mango in that touch. Won't be able to do so, but Mango from the heavens will be able to strike back. You can see the player cams as well popping off just a little bit. 1-0 lead here. Yeah, Drake trying to find that push, to find that clear, but just unable to get there fast enough with the momentum of the car not in his favor.
Yeah, and here comes the audio, too. We mentioned it. Mango making some noise in the arena, getting in the heads of the visiting team here, and that's a kind of adversity that West Virginia Wesleyan is going to have to deal with. This is a hostile environment, but they're going to have to dig deep and find some answers quick, as they are back in a deficit. Only one goal. Like I said last time, you know, these games have been pretty front-loaded on offense, but so far, through almost a minute and a half, only one goal in favor of Shenandoah. West Virginia Wesleyan has opportunities, but can they find Pater?
Yeah, one of the big things to look at here is the boost, right? Makarios and Zeke sitting so long with 0 boost to their name, getting starved out of their corners, their full boosts, right? Shenandoah doing a great job at making sure their pace stays slow and unable to match the tempo of SU. We'll have to see what Mango can do now with this one. Zeke able to meet that one in the air and push it to the right-hand side. Kiazi, however, will be able to catch that one off the wall and dribble that one right into the goal. I want to see what happened here. I mean, it looks like it was just a shot going right under Drake. Drake went high, but was unable to make contact. Beautiful touch coming through from Kiazi. Yeah,
pixels difference once again going in favor of SU. Heartbreaking stuff so far for West Virginia Wesleyan, but not out of it yet. Now a 2-goal deficit as they look to set up some offense, but not for long as Kiazi goes up high to prevent any of it. Zeke able to maybe contest Mango, but finds himself on the wrong side of the law as Mango with a perfect setup to Pagani, but well defended and cleared as West Virginia Wesleyan stays alive on that play after looking pretty scary there for a second.
Oh, the touch coming through as well. Mango off of the crossbar. It was Pagani, I believe, that sent it up in the air. Yeah, and then Mango with all that boost. I believe it was Makarios that was there in the area, but just unable to find the push off into that corner. SU now halfway through game number 3, up 3-0 here. West Virginia Wesleyan, what do? You have to get something, and get something fast if you want to stay in this game.
Yeah, it's getting out of control quick here as Shenandoah is really starting to pull away, really starting to put on a show now as Mango is really controlling the field at will with great help from the teammates. Pagani with multiple setups now and multiple opportunities as Kiazi takes one the distance. Nobody home, but it goes a little wide. Pagani with a follow-up shot, but again, cleared for now. SU cannot find the back of the net yet, but they have 3 times, so they don't feel the need to stay and keep looking.
Yeah, Drake there was in the air, but was unable to get past the defense of SU. I mean, plenty of triple commits, but they've been able to get back on the defensive side as SU have been locking it down on defense here in game number 3. Mango pushing that one back out into the corner. Makarios now with a cross, but no one on West Virginia Wesleyan able to get back in time to follow up on that cross, and a lot of that again is to do with the boost management, right? We can see SU almost full bars all the time, whereas on the side of WVWC, it's been a struggle to find speed, find space, and get their tempo up to match SU on this offensive side.
Yeah, the defense is coming in to play here for West Virginia Wesleyan, but is it a little too late as the ball's not finding its way back on offense? It's been the story of the game. Every time they get an opportunity, it's Pagani, it's Mango just sitting in wait, and then an opportunity to strike back immediately on offense. Kiazi with a shot on goal there, but won't find its way in just yet. So now 1 minute left and desperation time for West Virginia Wesleyan.
Yeah, WVWC, you have to find something now. You're down through with 45 to go, but the passing lanes are opened up. Kiazi will toss it up off of the backboard. SU now retreating back on this defensive side, but Drake has no boost to work with. A demo does come through, 2 demos in fact, but Mango able to push that one off into the corner. The respawns coming through as well. Kiazi and Pagani are back on the pitch. 30 seconds left to go here. Zeke, no boost to work with either. As Shenandoah find clear after clear. Pagani taking a shot off of that post as well. 15 seconds. WVWC have to find something now if they want to have some kind of opportunity to stay in this game.
Yeah, certainly seems like this one is out of reach as Shenandoah will look to just kill time however they can. Mango taking it all the way up to the ceiling and dropping it gently at midfield as SU will finish the series winners 3-0 and defending the home turf as all the players hit a little move and walk away as the victors over the team sitting in front of them.
Yeah, looking good is SU. They now advance to a 2-5 record here in NACE competition. Unfortunately, WVWC do fall to 1-6, still hunting for that second win of the season. But SU looking super strong in that showing. The clears looking super good. Everyone on the offensive side as well, firing, finding these passing lanes that WVWC just were unable to find an answer to.
Yeah, West Virginia Wesleyan did put up a heck of a fight, looked good along the way, certainly had moments to be proud of, especially in that game 2, taking SU all the way to a 1-goal difference, but SU still coming out on top, and we see the players go through and give fist bumps. Good showmanship, good sportsmanship here between both teams, but SU once again walking away winners and finding their much-needed second win of the season.
Yeah, I mean, it looked good all around. I mean, Drake was finding opportunities to find passing lanes to Zeke and to Macarios, but, I mean, the defense of SU just showed up huge, right? They were unable to follow up on a lot of their clears that they were able to find, and that it was a lot to do with Mango and Pagani up in the air, meeting that halfway through the pitch, winning out on a lot of those aerial 50-50s coming through as well, going low oftentimes. I don't
know what happened. Yeah, you know, you're right. Yeah, sorry about that. No, yeah, great showing out of the guys. We see a guest appearance there out of one of the stars of the game. But now you got to talk mental game as well, right? This is a doubleheader that SU's got coming up. So a quick 3-0 for them, and now they have some time to debrief, look back at that game, see what they can take away from it, and apply it to their next series because they've got another one coming up at 8 o'clock. Eastern Daylight Time, I think is what we're in right now.
I think so. Yeah, something like that. Eastern Standard Time,
Eastern time.
Is what we will sit in. But yeah, it looks like we might possibly have an interview. Yes, we do, with the winning team. Kevin is standing by with Kiazi. Guys, take it away.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Chris and Ben. I am here with Wyatt. I gotta ask, a very strong performance win so far. How are you feeling after that game?
Oh, dude, I'm feeling great. Land match, it was really fun to have them here, and just all around good vibes.
Great. Awesome. Love it. I do gotta say, you could see a little bit after the first couple of scores that y'all started kind of feeling the flow a little bit. How do you bring that momentum throughout the series? I feel like it could be exhausting at times.
It is very exhausting at times, but we just have to try to keep that energy good, you know, throw some jokes in the mix, kind of keep the laughs going. And then, yeah, once we got up on goals, we just sat and played defense. So, yeah.
Perfect. Now, on top of all of that, there was a moment at the end, you know, the high-scoring series. Second round, we saw a bit of a battle, but the third round, y'all managed to lock in, figure out your nice sweep. Now, you're going into another match here, a doubleheader. How do you carry that momentum going into the next series?
Just fresh game, new team, just all around new vibes. Like, we just got to lock in on this next team, and that's it. Yeah.
Perfect. I'm loving it. Now, with all of that being said, I do think that we are going to pass it over to Chris and Ben once again. So, guys, take it away.
Thank you very much, Kevin. Good stuff from Wyatt there. Kiazi putting on a show for the team as they prepare to move now to their NECC matchup against Waynesburg. So that will be at 8 p.m. If you would like to watch that, it will be right here on the same exact stream. So stay tuned. Drop us a follow wherever you're watching. We will stay live all the way up until 8 o'clock. So if you're looking for that match, it will be right here. But for now, I'm Chris Clayton. That's Ben Kincaid. You'll see us in a little bit, but we're going to take a break, so we'll see you on the other side.
Shenandoah University is a big little university rising.
With 22 Division III sports teams, over 200 areas of study,
over 300 annual performances, an elite academic esports program,
nationally ranked health professions programs, one of the biggest university presences on Broadway,
immersive AR and VR learning programs,
cybersecurity and computer science programs, and innovative undergrad and graduate programs.
all at a place that cares for you.
Shenandoah University is the big little university rising. Find out more at su.edu/rising.
We have the Esports Arena right here on campus in Winchester, Virginia, and this facility acts as the hub for all esports activity at Shenandoah University. Students are able to use this space not just for competition and practices, but also as a living learning community and a sandbox for them to come and explore and practice and try out things related to and through esports in the gaming industry so that they're getting that hands-on learning and the skills necessary to help them find a career by the time they graduate. We also have the professional level broadcast production booth where we do all of our broadcasting and production, from casting of our games that we play right here on campus to working with outside entities to record footage for them as well. In addition to the space that we have here in the Esports Arena is the Esports War Room. Our students get to use that space for studying, but also outside projects. So our students get to use this space for professional development and the academic side of our esports program, which is such a critical component to go with that competitive element that we have. So we combine all of our facilities at Shenandoah University with competition, community, and career preparation. We have over 250 days of programming, and there's something for everybody, and we want you to be part of it.
Here tonight because, well, West Virginia Wesleyan College is here in person to play us on land here at the Shenandoah Esports Arena.
Ask, how are you feeling right now?
I'm feeling pretty good. We're feeling energetic. We're feeling quite high in spirits. We played you guys before, but we're ready for a different turnaround this time. I mean, having them directly behind us in a higher level is kind of intimidating, I'm not going to lie. But they have pretty good equipment, so I'm ready to use it to our advantage.
Let's throw an insult, say Dr. Pepper's bad. I don't know. Yeah.
You know what? Power to them. Let them do it. You know, I mean, we're all here for a good time. Like, shots are going to be fired regardless. But like, at the end of the day, it's Rocket League. We're a team. Like, we're on the same fan base anyway.
Gotta ask, what's the kind of tradition afterwards?
Well, we like to pray right before our games, and we tell God whether we win or lose, we're going to praise Him. So after games, we like to go over what we did wrong or right and tell each other we did good either way.
Well, I will let both of you get back to it. Thank you so much for the interview. Best of luck to both sides, and we'll send it back to the casters.
Yeah, no, it's going to be fun seeing maybe some chirping back and forth, you know. Now let's take a quick look at West Virginia Wesleyan, right? We have Zeke Aroni, Kyan Drake, and Spechlass Hype Chamber into our fly-through, getting ready for game number 1, right? Is this by Macarios now trying to get aggressive, but the clear coming through yet again from Shenandoah. Ball dangerously up by the crossbar. Kiazi able to
Of the goal, but goes moneyless so far. Shenandoah still up only 1.
Yeah, Pagani in position off of that waterfall. The Hornets here in game number 1. So we'll see if West Virginia Wesleyan can do anything about it. But Kiazi with a little bit of a dribble, a fake out going left and going right.
Didn't just get a touch, but we sit at midfield, and finally a shot comes out. Mango with a bad touch there, but Pagani able to really history for West Virginia Wesleyan to come back into this one. But with zeros on the clock, can they find one for themselves? They cannot. Shenandoah soundly taking game number 1.
Ending these clears and trying to transition that back into some offensive prowess.
I hate to keep pulling up the high ground, if you will, but SU Mango getting maybe a little too comfortable up there, as West Virginia Wesleyan did get a little bit of coaching there.
Cross, the follow-up coming through, the shot on goal, but won't be able to find the touch they were looking for. But the pinch from the corner instead, Zeke now finding themselves with a lot of control of this ball here in game number 2. But just as I say that, Mango going for it all, will be able to sneak it past that goalpost.
A great little jump there from Mango to get the ball, take it all the way back and tie this game up. Under a minute surpassed in this game, but just like that, call it a
Forward, but WC doing a great job getting back on the defensive side. However, Pagani with a demo, a shot on goal. Mango can follow up, find the touch indeed. And WC's half of the pitch. Pagani with a cross. Mango in position to follow up. Will be able to do so. Shenandoah snatched the lead away with 1:39 to go. Not a whole lot of boost to work with. Can they get there in time? No, they thought it was going to go off of the corner, but it does hit the ground.
Back up the wall, and West Virginia Wesleyan would have an opportunity.
And that defensive player that we often see them fall into
so far have been pretty front-loaded in offense.
And Macarios now trying to beat out Mango in that touch. Won't be able to do so, but Mango from the heavens will be able to strike back. You can see the player cams as well of SU. We'll have to see what Mango can do now with this one. Zeke able to meet that one in the air and push it to the right-hand side. Kiazi, however, will be able to catch that one off the wall, and
Virginia Wesleyan stays alive on that play after looking pretty scary there for a second.
Oh, the touch coming through as well. Mango off of the
way up to the ceiling and dropping it gently at midfield as SU will finish the series winners 3-0 and
do fall to 1-6, still hunting for that second win of
difference, but SU still coming out on top, and we see the players that go through and give fist bumps. Good showmanship, good sportsmanship here between. No, yeah, great showing out of the guys. We see a guest appearance there out of one of the stars.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Chris and Ben. I am here with Wyatt. I gotta ask, a very strong performance win so far. How are you feeling after that game?
Oh, dude, I'm feeling great. At land match, it was really fun to have them here and just all around good vibes.
understand it. This wasn't the plan. Don't wanna demand it. I've done what I can. And I never mentioned the times you were rude. And I never mentioned when you hate the truth. Scared to lose it all. I will stand a chance. And I don't wanna fake it. What if I can't walk away? You got me saying away. Hoping I don't make the same mistake. Same mistake. Hoping I don't make the same mistake. I don't like to leave things unresolved. Maybe it's madness. I'm begging you, please pick up the call. You're causing me damage. I should.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Shenandoah Esports Arena here. Part 2 of our doubleheader is about to go underway as we go through our arena. We look at some of our players. Mango there giving us a good wave to the camera. Looking to continue excellency here tonight, a clean 3-0 that we just saw against West Virginia Wesleyan College here in person. That was a treat to have them here, but now we have to lock in yet again against Waynesburg College here. I'm Ben Kincaid, joined by Chris Clayton here yet again. How are we feeling going into this matchup?
I feel great, team feels great, and you can't ask for much more momentum than they've got right now. I mean, that was an extremely strong showing out of the Hornets here, to say the least. They were in full control of that series, and it's going to take every bit of that coming into this Waynesburg team that is much stronger and a very formidable opponent.
Yeah, this is definitely going to be a tough match. I believe this one is NECC. This is week number 7 here this week, so very excited to get that one kicked off underway. But yeah, this is definitely going to be a tough matchup, right? They came up with a tough loss. I believe it was Tuesday night, against Alvernia. I believe did that go to 5 games? I think that was that 5-game series that unfortunately fell 3-2, trying to go
sweep.
Almost that reverse, yes, was denied there. So we'll have to see if they can keep the momentum from earlier tonight against WVWC here and continue that momentum into today's game, because the team is feeling good right now.
Yeah, there's certainly plenty of chaos going on in the arena right now, and for those of you who have even followed a smidge of the action here this week, it's our first week back from spring break. There's plenty of reschedules. It's the reason why we have a doubleheader here tonight. But we've got one final Rocket League game here tonight that we're going to cover on stream. We've got Overwatch competing on the opposite side of the stage behind them. We've got both Smash teams competing behind us as we speak. So plenty going on in the arena that our Rocket League team is going to have to cancel out the noise, which they did a great job of 30 minutes ago. Taking care of business against West Virginia Wesleyan College. And then, translating that into Waynesburg here today.
Let's take a quick look at what the NECC standings look like here in this group. On the top does say NACE. Quick typo. This is NECC, no biggie. But yeah, this is going to be a very close matchup, right? Waynesburg 5-1 atop of this group. Shenandoah 4-1 here as well, fighting for a top spot in this group. I mean, all throughout, it has been a very, very close group thus far, falling to Alvernia here earlier on in the week. So we'll have to see what happens here today against yet another 5-1 team looking to solidify themselves atop of this group.
Yeah, and Shenandoah really had a strong shot at Alvernia earlier this week too, and came up just empty-handed. So that's kind of the big question coming into today. Can SU bounce back and pull a win from a team that they, on paper, have a really great shot against, but a strong opponent nonetheless, and we'll see if they're able to get that done today.
Yeah, we'll have to see what happens, but hey, we have Kevin standing by with an interview with one of our players. Let's toss it over to Kevin, and we'll see what Pagani has to say.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Chris and Ben. I am here once again with some more Rocket League interviews. I gotta ask real quick, how are you feeling?
Feeling good. My controller broke in the scrim before our first game, so I'm using my coach's controller, and it's different than mine, so I'm bearing with it, but...
Oh, that's insanity. Not only are we seeing a doubleheader today, I mean, to have the controller break is a thing in and of itself, and the opponent was here today. Like, that had to be a crazy sort of environment. How are you feeling throughout that?
Yeah, it was super nice. Just being able to like communicate with the players after the game and just everything. Just the environment of being in here and just being able to talk to everybody, have a friendly environment. It's something that we don't really do often, so it was nice to, have that interaction.
Oh yeah, I mean, esports is you always have your online sections of esports, but definitely that in-person environment is nice. However, this next match will not be in person. You are going to be going up against one more in this doubleheader. What are you bringing from the previous match into this one to really keep your game plan locked?
Yeah, so we were kind of using the first game to kind of gain momentum, kind of get those rotations back, because me and the boys play in NECC. I don't play on the NACE roster. So it's kind of nice to just kind of get into that groove again, because we've been out for spring break. So just kind of getting that momentum back, getting the rotations back, the passing and all that.
Beautiful stuff all around. Thank you so much for this interview, and feel free to get back onto the competition side of things, because we are going to pass it back over to the casters. Guys, take it away.
Your controller broke? Dang, that's is
wild.
unfortunate. In scrims beforehand, but hey, I mean, still playing pretty darn good with old Qualark's controller there as well. So that is definitely, unfortunate, but also kind of funny at the same time, at least for me. Old reliable Qualark's controller. Love it.
Yeah, we talked about adversity. We talked about all of the circumstances going on in the building. That was one I did not see coming, but good for Pagani, good for the players, overcoming all of it so far through one match. But, yeah, one more still ahead of them, and an important one at that. We saw the standings and a lot of one-loss teams at the top of this bracket, and this has been a tale of two conferences. SU struggling to find much success in their NACE bracket, but NECC far from it, as they find themselves, tied with one loss at the top of the standings, and an opportunity to really match Alvernia up at the top with a loss on Waynesburg here. So, lot at stake here. Big opportunity for this team to really prove themselves in this group, but certainly will not come easy, as Waynesburg has all the same aspirations the other direction.
Yeah, no, this is definitely going to be a close matchup, expecting it to be, frankly, 1 goal to 1 goal. I don't expect a blowout in any of these games here tonight against Waynesburg University, but hey, we will just have to wait and see as we hop into the hype chamber, into the fly-through. That is a good sign, a telling sign that we might be hopping into game here very, very shortly to kick off this best-of-5.
Yeah, but I love loading into this stadium. What did we say last time? That means we are dangerously close to kicking off our first game of this series. And this is what we talk about when we say that, these series can go long. This is a best-of-5, and while we just watched a relatively quick 3-0 out of SU, I would be shocked to see that either direction here tonight, as both of these teams, we've said it plenty, are very talented, very evenly matched, and the statistics could not match up any better. So we'll see if this game, or if this series goes any longer than 3, but I would certainly expect it, and that means that this game 1 matters all the more.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how Mango, Pagani, and Kiazi play here yet again. They looked good in that first series earlier on tonight. Let's see if they can keep that momentum going here against Waynesburg. Pagani, Mango, Kiazi, everyone was looking primed and poised to come out swinging, and boy, did they, with a 4-0 victory up against West Virginia Wesleyan College in our NACE competition in that first game. But first games sometimes mean a whole lot, right? Getting to know each other's play styles as well as trying to set the bar and set momentum in your favor for the remainder of the season. We'll have to see what team jumps out to an early lead in the series and in this game number 1.
Yeah, and what did we see from that last series that we want Shenandoah to carry over into this one? Well, it was total field control, total boost control, and overwhelming possession of the ball. I would not say that we would expect to see all of that against Waynesburg as well. You have to think that a team that talented is not going to stand by and watch all that happen. They're going to find holes in the strategy here for SU, but we'll see if they're able to figure that one out.
It does look like we are having a few technical difficulties, so yeah, hey, we're back on camera for you folks. We'll have to see what that might be. Maybe the lobby is being not nice to us, kicking people out, crashing, who knows. Technology sometimes is a pain, even though it can be so wonderful. At least we hope it'll be so wonderful all the time, but things break sometimes. We'll have to see what is going on with that one, but for the time being, I mean, we've talked about it already. It's going to be a close matchup. Waynesburg 5-1 atop the group with Alvernia. SU 4-1, sitting comfortably in 3rd place, but trying to advance higher into that 1st place standing, or at least tie it up with Alvernia up at 1st, who will have that head-to-head victory, unfortunately, over SU earlier this week. So we'll have to see what happens going into this matchup, but I am excited for it nonetheless.
Yeah, stakes are very high, and we can't emphasize that enough. That's the storyline of tonight. We got to watch our Varsity Smash Bros. Team in a very similar situation with a clash against the top teams late in the season, and it's going to take everything both of these teams have got in the tank. And, again, we saw it last night. That went the distance. It went all the way down to last players. Very close series, but SU ended up coming out on top after really digging deep in their bag of tricks and finding a win through their last player. But similar story here tonight. Clash of Titans at the top of this group, loading into game number 1. Which team will come out on top and solidify themselves at the top of this group?
Pagani pushing that one off into the corner. It's in Vochi, Zombie, and Long Socks here on the side of Waynesburg. Kiazi, Mango, Pagani on the side of SU, just like earlier tonight. Pagani now trying to find a cross angle, but Long Socks sitting in wait past that corner in that close near post. Long Socks now finding a clear back off into that corner that Kiazi will receive. However, Zombie winning out on that 50-50 opportunity here, trying to find some momentum back in their favor. Mango pushing that one into corner. Zombie trying to find a cross. Pagani doing a great job at clearing that one far corner for SU.
Yeah, this game already feels significantly faster than the last series we watched. Both teams coming out swinging so far and trying to establish control of the ball. Long Socks with a long shot there from midfield does not go in, but now Kiazi with an opportunity to dribble it all the way to the net. Mango with a follow-up, can't quite get there. Well defended by 2 Waynesburg players with 2 saves coming out, so Shenandoah looks to regroup, set up another possession, but boost numbers were low. Mango able to pick up a large pad there and regroup, but unable to get much from it as now the ball just hovers in the area without much threat to Waynesburg just yet.
Yeah, you can see what both teams are trying to do here on this offensive side. Play out of this corner. Pagani with an angle. I think there was a little bit of miscommunication coming through from Waynesburg as both players moved away from the ball, thinking that the other one was going to have the clear. And Vochi was trying to get back in time, but unable to do so. Pagani with a great read there to find that goal.
Yeah, great heads-up play there, too. Ball just sort of creeping towards the net, and you said it, yeah, it looked like a miscommunication. Nobody there to clear it again, and Pagani able to just squeak in and find the punch there to put it into the net. SU pulls up 1-0 as now we load into the second point here. Now, double commit there. Kiazi sending it to the net. And we load back to a neutral state as Mango gets a shot with no boost. I was not even talking as if that was going to be a play because I didn't look at that 0 boost. Not much to work with. Mango gets it done anyway.
Yeah, Long Socks was in the goal there, but I don't think they expected Mango to have an angle with a 0 boost. Like you said, it looked like it could have been an alley-oop attempt to come through, but no one from SU was following up on that one. SU now finding themselves with a 2-0 goal lead here, approaching the halfway mark of game number 1. Kiazi pushing that one back out into the corner. A reset coming through from Waynesburg. Kiazi winning out on that 50-50 as well. Mango as well, tossing that one up. Pagani with the follow-up, just squeaking it past that crossbar. Pagani now with 2 in game number 1.
Yeah, gorgeous follow-up here from Pagani. That is not an easy shot, but what a setup too by Mango, lobbing it up perfectly for his teammate to finish the job, and SU pulling up 3-0 against an extremely strong opponent. I said this wasn't going to look like the last series, but so far, Hornets proven me wrong.
Pagani now up in the air, trying to win out on that 50-50 is Long Socks to a successful 50-50 to them. Mango now back on the defensive side on this rotation, making sure that no boost is available for Waynesburg on the offensive push, tossing it down to Kiazi. Pagani trying to go for that bump there as well. If that bump does come through, that could have been another great goal from the SU squad. Pagani now trying to take it all themselves. Mango with the follow-up going just wide. Kiazi as well finding a cross back over into this corner, but Shenandoah again in full control of this offensive side. A whiff coming through as well. Mango finding 2 here in game number 1. 4-0 Hornets.
Yeah, relentless assault out of Shenandoah so far. Mango finding all of these windows. Pagani finishing the setups from his teammate, and just everybody clicking in every way so far for SU. The defense just has not been stalwart enough for Waynesburg, and we have yet to even really see them on offense as 2 demos come out from Waynesburg. Can they capitalize? Doesn't look like it, as Mango's able to take it all the way across corner to corner and into a dangerous corner for Waynesburg.
Oh, Kiazi with the cross. Pagani following up, but Mango will be the one to get the tap in as it went crossbar to floor, up the crossbar, right into Mango's car there. I mean, dangerously close, but yeah, the defense not there for Waynesburg on that one. A fast goal coming through from SU.
A 3-man play there for SU as well. I believe I saw that all 3 players credited, one with an assist, one with a shot, one with a goal, which is interesting, but that's the kind of goal that was. Chaos in front of the net, and Waynesburg can't get out of it. Mango going the distance, but does get intercepted there. Long Socks not letting that one happen, as plenty of goals have been scored already, and Waynesburg just looking to get on the board. But again, the offense, the ball has just not found its way past midfield pretty much since kickoff.
Oh, a whiff coming through as well. Pagani and Mango now find themselves both with a hat trick here in game number 1 with 1 to go. 6-0 Waynesburg struggling to find any offensive prowess thus far. It looked like they had some going earlier on here in game number 1, but have fallen flat. SU taking full control of this game. And Voci, however, has a shot. Wow. Mango trying to get back in time, but won't be able to find the angle. Waynesburg finally striking back.
Yeah, and off of just an awkward kickoff here, Pagani not able to get there in time. Nobody in the net to help out. So 1 minute left. Waynesburg finally on the board, but is it enough? I mean, 5 more goals in 60 seconds is certainly not an easy task.
Yeah, Zombie now trying to find a double tap, and Voci again with the follow-up. Mango back in the goal to find that save. Long Socks now pushing it back into the corner with a potential cross, but it's Kiazi able to find that bump. And now we see Waynesburg getting a little bit of offensive momentum. That ball just a little bit too fast for Voci there to catch up with that one. Mango now tossing up. Zombie back on the defensive side, trying to find a clear. Will be able to do so. Let's see what the rotations look like. Not fast enough as SU is able to find yet another clear across coming through. Mango with the follow-up. Zombie able to push that one out of harm's way.
Yeah, clock ticking down to 20 seconds. You have to think that this one is likely out of reach for Waynesburg, but now you just have to think down the line. Any information, any type of patterns or habits you can find early in these types of series matter a lot the longer this goes on. So if Waynesburg wants to stay alive, they're going to take all the information they can get from game number 1, but that information will not include a win. SU pulling out ahead in the series once again.
And Voci showing some life there for Waynesburg, but just unable to get that going earlier in the match. I mean, that was a goal with 1 minute left to go. You're already down 6-0. You have to figure out something on the defensive side to keep SU out of the net. But SU, I mean, absolutely relentless on that offensive side. Kiazi triple commits coming through as well because they know that they can find the goals with the amount of pressure that they're able to lay on to Waynesburg.
Yeah, great stuff out of the team. Selfless play from all of the players on an individual level as well. All the players willing to give up shots, set up their teammates for the best possible situation, the best possible shot on goal. Kiazi walking out of that game scoreless and in a 6-goal game, but that's the type of team that this is. They're playing very coordinated right now, and that's what we saw against West Virginia Wesleyan as well. So a lot of these strategies, a lot of the successes carrying over between both of these series.
Yeah, we saw a lot of Mango and Pagani there in that first game, both scoring that hat trick. Kiazi, though, doing a great job at setting up a lot of those shots as well. Definitely playing well on that defensive side as well. Always the man first back on those rotations to find the clears to help that offensive power and maintain possession as we go into game number 2, kickoff in favor of SU. Mango getting a shot on goal already as well. Kiazi with a cross, but Pagani unable to get there fast enough. But now it's Mango in the air. No one back in the goal for Waynesburg, playing a little bit too far forwards, unable to find the save. SU first on the board.
Yeah, Long Socks caught out, standing outside of the goal and with no boost, has no hope of saving a shot from over top. So Mango, again, great awareness from the SU Hornets to recognize that and notice that Long Socks had no shot of saving that one. Set the ball up top. Mango finished the job. Shenandoah pulls up 1-0 once again. And we get back to point number 2 as Pagani had a tight angle there. Can't quite capitalize, but a dangerous ball once again as the ball dances right into the net. Kiazi with nothing but air to fight as he finds pay dirt once again, or for the first time this series.
Yeah, first goal for Kiazi here in this series, 2-0 within the first 31 seconds of game number 2. Waynesburg finding themselves yet again on the back foot here. Kickoff going slightly in favor of Waynesburg, but with that demo coming through and Voci off the board, halting any hope that they had on that offensive play. Long Socks now pushing that one back out into the corner. Pagani playing patient, but won't be able to maintain possession of that ball as a clear on target, very on target. And Voci following up, that was Zombie with the follow-up there, and Voci had that clear on target, still unable to find the angles. Kiazi soars past the ball, trying to find some kind of connection, but just unable to do so.
Ran out of boost as well. I'm not sure if it would have made a difference, but I'll give him that excuse. The pass just a little ahead of him. So SU still remaining up 2 goals, and we said Waynesburg's going to have to find any information and make some adjustments. I'm not even sure where those adjustments need to start because we have yet to see many opportunities out of Waynesburg's offense. The shots on goals have been overwhelmingly leaning SU's way as, wow, Mango dances that one edging into the net, but can't quite get there. And a great save by Waynesburg to keep this at only a 2-goal deficit, but with an opportunity finally, the ball on the right side of the field for Waynesburg. They cannot keep it there, and SU clears out and buys some time.
Yeah, I mean, Zombie doing a great job at finding that save. Mango looked like he had an angle. Kiazi now sending that one back into the corner. Let's see if Long Socks can find a cross, but no, Mango able to win out on that 50-50. Now might be searching for a cross of their own, but won't be able to find it. But still, you can see the pressure, the ball control that Shenandoah has thus far over Waynesburg, just making sure that they don't have any opportunity to get back on that offensive side. It's rotations looping around everyone in position. Pagani now not committing off of that post. Will be tossing it up in the air, but yeah, I mean, it just seems like a game of keep away right now, as now we see Kiazi going in. Mango with the follow-up will be able to finish the job. 3-0 for the Hornets.
Yep, and Mango is in a state right now. He's feeling great. He's feeling the energy. The team's feeling the energy too. We see 3 goals now, and what did we hear in the post-game interview too? Or the pre-game interview, excuse me, that last series they were able to get up and then play keep away. So Yeah, I think you're absolutely right. I think that strategy is coming in where you can find the goals, go ahead and take them, but the pressure to score is now off for SU as they can slow down and just maintain possession in Waynesburg's face.
Yeah, I love the pass play coming through there as well. Kiazi finding the clear, Mango tossing it up off of that post for Pagani, but just unable to find that connection. Waynesburg able to show up defensively. Mango now crossing that one over to Pagani, finding that pass or that clear far corner, and Voci now a little bit of a drift. Kiazi, not what you wanted to do, but hey, it works sometimes. Pagani now trying to find that cross, but still, I mean, you can see the possession heavily in favor of SU. All members on the offensive side of things here. Mango going for that far corner, but unable to find that one. It's just shot after shot from the Hornets. Waynesburg struggling to get anything going offensively as another shot on goal comes through from Mango, saved by Waynesburg.
Yeah, it's times like these where I would love if Rocket League had a statistic on how long the ball has spent on one side of the field, or if you could measure time of possession. Because 4 minutes into this game, I have to think that Waynesburg has probably had the ball on the offensive side of the field for maybe 30 seconds. It's been oppressive, it's been overwhelming out of SU because any opportunity Waynesburg gets has been shut down promptly. Now finally the ball in front of the SU goal, and Waynesburg with a couple shot attempts, but just like that, Mango's taking it the distance and putting it right back where it belongs. SU pulling up 4-0 in game 2.
Yeah, and Voci trying to get back in time, but Mango with that touch, and yet another hat trick for the captain of this SU roster. 4-0 now in favor of the Hornets. 35 seconds to go here in game number 2, and it all looks done and dusted yet again unless Waynesburg can pull a rabbit out of a hat and get some magic going in their favor. But right now, it just doesn't seem like they have anything in the tank, right? I mean, we got 15 seconds left. You're down 4, and Kiazi has possession of the ball with 0 boost.
Yeah, and this is, again, another difference between these two series. We saw West Virginia Wesleyan make adjustments from game 1 to game 2. We saw things to be proud of, factors that went their way. So far, Waynesburg has not shown any of that, and that's incredibly demoralizing if you are one of those players. You're running out of time. This is a best of 5, and SU is 1 game away. It's going to take some pretty drastic changes to catch this team sleeping, because look at them. They could not feel better about the position they're in.
I mean, you can see them dancing their way to victory. Pagani leaning out of the way, doesn't want to be
wants no part of that.
We'll certainly smile and laugh watching those two goofballs on their his right-hand side there. But yeah, I mean, SU is just in full control of this series, much like they were earlier tonight. I mean, Mango, 6 goals already in 2 games. Pagani with 3. Kiazi as well getting on the board with the first goal in game number 2. But on the side of Waynesburg, you only have 1 in Voci, the only one with a goal for the squad thus far. So we'll have to see if they can get anything going on the offensive side in game 3 to avoid the sweep.
Relentless, suffocating has been the play style so far out of SU, and Waynesburg now, like we said, backs against the wall, is going to have to really plant those feet down and find an answer quick. You cannot afford to let up 1, even 2 goals within these first couple minutes, right? You cannot afford to fall behind early, but I'm sure that SU knows that. They've got 1 goal on their mind, and if the last 3 minutes of gameplay were strictly keep away, that will no longer apply. You have to think that the offensive threat will be on full pedal to the metal for SU, but so far 10 seconds in, and Waynesburg able to strike first and find their first lead of this series.
Yeah, Pagani trying to get down off that wall in time, but the shot just too fast. 10 seconds into game number 3, Waynesburg find their second goal of the series. Let's see what SU has to answer. Mango pushing that one off into the corner to Pagani. Won't be able to make solid contact with that one. The cross coming through as well. Kiazi unable to make contact with the ball. Zombie with a breakaway. 2-0 Waynesburg in game number 3.
Okay, finally, Waynesburg finds himself in a favorable position. The first goal was a bit of a fluke. The second one, absolutely not. A misplay out of SU, and Waynesburg absolutely able to capitalize. So now Shenandoah, for the first time really today, find themselves on the back foot, needing to find the answer, the ones in need of a response for the first time today. So can they find it? Well, Zombie says no, sir. He's going to carry it from one end to the other, prevent any offensive threat, and the ball finds itself back in front of SU's net.
Kiazi now searching for a clear. Will be able to find it into the corner. Speed dash coming through as well. The cross up, and Voji able to catch that one out of the air, tossing it back down to Kiazi. Shot on goal. Will be able to find the angle. That's 2 now in the series, bringing the goal count 2-1 in favor of Waynesburg.
Yeah, Kiazi definitely making up for the whiff on that second goal, saying I'm not going to let anybody think on that one for too long, and he finds a gorgeous shot to the top side of the net, and yes, you said it, brings this deficit now down to 1, and Kiazi not done yet as he looks to set up a shot. Pagani able to center it. Zombie says no, sir, and we find ourselves back to midfield, but what a response out of SU. We said they needed it, and they're able to find it that time.
Pagani now fighting out of the corner, will be able to find the clear, looking for a cross themselves, but Zombie back on the defensive rotation. Kiazi now finding themselves in the corner. It'll be in Voci this time trying to find a clear, but this is kind of what we saw happen in game 2 and 3. They found these clears, but it was quickly met by the SU defensive line, but now we see more offensive power coming through from Waynesburg, starting to finally come alive here. Let's see if they can keep it up as Mango wins out on that 50-50. Kiazi now in the air with a shot on goal. Bottom corner. Zombie able to get there in time to find the save.
Man, how about this showing from Kiazi, though? A couple mistakes early have been quickly overwritten as he has been putting pedal to the metal so far. 2 great shots, one of them getting in, and Mango, oh man, almost finds his own there off a nice bounce, but opts to center the ball there. Mango looking for a follow-up off Kiazi's setup. We now look as Shenandoah has little to no boost, but in the blink of an eye, it's all back. But just like that, they lose possession. So we find our way back to midfield. Ball in a dangerous spot. Kiazi with a tough shot. Can't quite get there, so we find our way back. But again, I mean, the shot attempts just keep raining in. Every time it feels like the SU possession is over, they find their way right back in and get another 3 dangerous balls on you. So SU looking to maintain that pressure, and you got to think that one of those is going to find its way in and tie this up here soon.
And Mango trying to capitalize off of that little bounce pass coming off of that post, but unable to do so. Kiazi now back in that corner, but a clear coming through from Waynesburg means that SU find themselves on a reset. Now with 2 minutes to go here, down 1, a much closer game 3. The demo coming through onto Mango means that there won't be any follow-up from the Hornets on that pass play coming through from Kiazi. That was on goal. It looked like they could have had some kind of opportunity to tie that game up, but nevertheless unable to do so as Zombie finds themselves with another save.
90 seconds left on the clock. Again, Shenandoah in a position that we haven't seen them in often, but right as I say that, they're able to get out of the squeeze and dig out of the hole that they found themselves in. A great bump by Kiazi, finishing that goal, finishing the perfect shot out of Mango. This teamwork has been overwhelming for Waynesburg to deal with, and Kiazi really the glue holding this all together right now.
Yeah, 2-2 now.
Oh, why not?
Now with a victory in the 50-50, able to find that goal. 3-2 now in favor of the Hornets. I mean, that wasn't even a 50-50. I thought it was, but Long Socks unable to get back in time. Mango was the last line of defense. I don't think he's going to look to try to save that one. Hornets now find themselves with the lead.
Yeah, Mango loved that one too. I turned around right as it went in, and he was patting the shoulder of Pagani. He loved seeing that, and Pagani couldn't get enough of it, as why not keep it up? Look at the energy on the side of your screen. The players can't get enough of the energy, and they can't get enough of the points either. Racking them on now as the goal deficit rises to 2 for Waynesburg.
I mean, yeah, just do it again, right? Same spot, same defender, unable to get back to that ball. Now finding themselves with a 2-goal lead. And Voci, however, wins out on that one. Now the lead cut back down to 1. Waynesburg finally coming alive.
Yeah, coming alive indeed. Now, the momentum, you have to think, is still in favor of SU, but that certainly put a dent in it. Waynesburg scoring the first 2 goals of this game, coming out hot, but since then SU is on a 4-1 run. Now granted, that is a 1 on the other side of that. Waynesburg did just find their 1 response. Can they turn this into more, or will SU keep running away, because you're not going to get many opportunities like that. But Invochi looking to change the narrative. Kiazi with a potential shot there, but snuffed out by the Waynesburg defense. And here comes the threat. Mango with a great save there. Good touch to keep it above the net and keep any threat out of SU's lines.
Yeah, 30 seconds left here. The bumps coming through. Kiazi with that shot on goal. Unable to find the angle as now it's Long Socks. A jump coming through, a whiff. We're now all tied up 4 apiece with 28 to go.
Yeah, okay. How about it? Waynesburg finding their way back. Right as I said, it's job's not finished after finding 1. Well, they find the second and tie this one up. 28 seconds and threat of overtime looming if neither one of these teams is able to put one in right now.
25 seconds here to go. Kiazi with the clear. Pagani with the follow-up. A good save coming through from Zombie. Now 15 seconds left. Invochi trying to find a clear, but won't be able to find it. Mango winning out on the 50-50. Kiazi looks to be in position, but Zombie is going to carry it all the way over. A pinch, a clear. Mango boost to work with 1 second left. The Mechanical God on SU. Will they be able to find it? No. Goes spiked down into the ground. Game 3 overtime now to come.
Last line of defense here. Last opportunity for Waynesburg to stay alive. It's do or die in a sudden death overtime and elimination game here from this series. Shenandoah up 2-0 and 1 goal away from putting this all behind them. But Waynesburg putting up a better fight than we have seen from them all day. Can they finish the job? Pagani not letting it be from that shot. So 30 seconds into overtime, a lot of fast pace, but no real threats yet. Now a dangerous ball there. Invochi goes a little wide. Kiazi with great defense there to get in the face of Invochi. Now Mango looking to finish it himself. Can't quite get through, and now the clock ticks up to 45 seconds.
Kiazi now trying to find that clear. Pagani will be able to meet that one in the corner, but Mango trying to get that side flip in to find that goal, but just unable to do so. Good defense coming through from Waynesburg. Mango now finding themselves up in the air, but Long Socks able to win out on that one. The clear coming through from Zombie as well. Pagani with some boost to work with, but Zombie already fast on the trigger to find that clear, carrying that one. Now we're finding ourselves in a little bit of a ping pong match going back and forth here as Mango now looks to find a cross over to Kiazi, but a good touch coming through from Waynesburg, pushing that one out of harm's way.
Yeah, nice return to form here for SU. They find themselves right in front of the net for an extended period of time and 1 guy back to catch any clears. And so that has been the name of this offense so far up until now, as Waynesburg did get a little offensive threat there, but not for long. SU back on the right side of the field. But again, right as I say it, we are playing this game of ping pong now. For the last 20 seconds or so, neither team really able to cement a good possession together. So the game remains locked at 4 as the ball drifts over the net from one side to the other. Pagani now with it in the corner, but Invochi says no, sir. Mango with an opportunity for a solo play. Kiazi looking to help out, and that is a dangerous shot. Kiazi goes and finishes the job. The players erupt a roar in the arena as they win 2 series back-to-back. West Virginia Wesleyan, Waynesburg, doesn't matter. SU's on top.
SU able to find the angle. Kiazi with a few misses there in game number 3. The redemption arc coming back, able to win that one in an over 2-minute overtime there in game number 3. We'll have the clean 3-0 in both series back-to-back, 2-0 in the doubleheader here on a glorious, well, a rainy Thursday night. But hey, we're raining goals here from the SU side of things. Good stuff from the gang.
Yep, NECC, NACE, Waynesburg, West Virginia Wesleyan, doesn't matter. SU in 5, right? Or SU in 3, I should say. Yeah, not dropping a game. Energy, spirits spirits are high here, and that is the end of their night here. They get to walk away with 0 blemishes on the record, not dropping a single game, mind you, along this entire night. What a showing from these guys.
Yeah, 6-0 on the night, 2-0. I'm 6-0 on the night there. So, yeah, great stuff coming through from the squad, winning out in NACE against West Virginia Wesleyan College, and then in NECC there against Waynesburg College. So, looking to solidify themselves now. Well, not looking. They have solidified themselves now atop the group in NECC, finding themselves now 5-1 in that conference, looking very, very good, poised for a playoff run here from that team. But yeah, very exciting to see Pagani stepping in as well for a limb on this Thursday night, looking very, very strong. 5 goals in that series altogether, a hat trick in game number 1 as well. Mango with a tall 7 goals in that series, and Kiazi following that up with 3 of their own, the game winner as well in game number 3.
Yeah, and plenty to be happy about if you are on this Rocket League team for Shenandoah, right? We saw goals come when they needed them pretty consistently, right? Whether it was early in the games and just building up a lead, or the one time they found themselves in a hole, they were able to strike back with 4 unanswered goals, and then ultimately that game ends up going to overtime, and SU once again finds a goal when they need it. So strong showing from these guys, and when they don't need the goals, they played a gorgeous game of keep away, right? Just maintaining possession and suffocating the clock before the opponent can do much about it, whether it was the first series or the second series. Very similar play styles both times around, and it worked almost to perfection.
Yeah, I mean, the defense was stepping up huge as well, specifically in that midfield range, right? Not letting those clears get over their heads. Sure, some of them did get down into that corner, but then they were able to find those rotates, sit near post, far post, off that wall as well by the crossbar, able to find the angles to find these saves. Sure, that was a high-scoring game number 3, but in the end, they were able to come out on top, as I believe we will be tossing very shortly to an interview once the gang is ready here. So very excited to hear what the team has to say about this evening.
Yeah, I'm very excited to hear what they have to say, because I don't know who I would choose as the sort of star of the series, right? They all played out of their mind, and I'm dying to hear how they feel about it.
Yeah, it does sound like we do have the interview here and ready to go. We're going to toss it back to Kevin, who is standing by with everybody, I think. Kevin, take it away.
Who shoved his dick in that dude at the end?
All righty, thank you so much, Chris and Ben. I am joined by the entire Rocket League team this time around. I gotta ask, I mean, it was a beautiful series. How are y'all feeling after this?
Man, we feeling good as heck, Kevin. All right, we are on top of the world, 6-0 on the day. Man, quit playing, bro. We feeling good.
We straight vibing today, Kevin. Let's go.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Now, we did see a lot of really good just momentum, and I'm curious to see a doubleheader's a lot. How do you keep yourself in that sort of momentum and carry it up and through the end?
So for us, or me at least, like that first series, it was kind of just a morale booster. We were able to get good momentum, good energy from that. We were able to carry that to our second game. So I think for me personally, I don't know about the fellas, but that was big for me.
The chem was on top. That's what did it for me. That's what keeps me going.
Chemistry always comes out on top, but exactly. With all of that being said, I have to ask, competition is said and done. We're nearing the end of the week. How are y'all going to de-stress? How are y'all going to sort of take advantage of this dub?
Do you really want to know? We going to Buffalo Wild Wings to get some wings, get some Dr. Pepper. That's us, you know?
We just all gonna vibe, Kevin. We just all gonna vibe. We got a game tomorrow night, but
I think it's NECC again.
NECC match tomorrow night, so feel free to stop on back, people. With all of that being said, I think we're going to pass it back over to the casters, so thank you so much, y'all. Guys, take it away.
Buffalo Wild Wings is the meal of choice, I guess, after a very good victory, a hard-fought victory as well. Glad to hear that the chemistry is online as well within that team. Pagani finding their place amongst the squad, subbing in for Elim here and performing very, very well. I mean, it's nice to see that we can interchange these players and still have the chemistry, the vibes high with this Rocket League roster.
Yeah, if there's one thing that this team is known for, it is those vibes. There's something about this team that's just very special to be around, and they just feed off each other all the time. And I'm excited that they were that confident after the first series, after the second series. Mango certainly left nothing to the imagination as that interview started. We got to know how he felt. But so good stuff out of all the players. A strong showing, and they walk away victorious.
Yeah, walk away victorious indeed, but that is not the end of the week. Tomorrow we have 3 Overwatch games back to back to back, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock here tomorrow for you guys. So drop a follow, subscribe, like, whatever you do so you get your notifications when that one goes live. Chris, I'm going to do your outro. Be a friend, tell a friend something nice that might just change their life. We will see you guys next time.
Shenandoah University is a big little university rising.
With 22 Division III sports teams, over 200 areas of study,
Over 300 annual performances, an elite academic esports program,
Nationally ranked health professions programs, one of the biggest university presences on Broadway.
immersive AR and VR learning programs,
Cybersecurity and computer science programs, and innovative undergrad and graduate programs.
all at a place that cares for you.
Shenandoah University is the big little university rising. Find out more at su.edu/rising.
We have the Esports Arena right here on campus in Winchester, Virginia, and this facility acts as the hub for all esports activity at Shenandoah University. Students are able to use this space not just for competition and practices, but also as a living learning community and a sandbox for them to come and explore and practice and try out things related to and through esports in the gaming industry so that they're getting that hands-on learning and the skills necessary to help them find a career by the time they graduate. We also have the professional level broadcast production booth where we do all of our broadcasting and production, from casting of our games that we play right here on campus to working with outside entities to record footage for them as well. In addition to the space that we have here in the Esports Arena is the Esports War Room. Our students get to use that space for studying, but also outside projects. So our students get to use this space for professional development and the academic side of our esports program, which is such a critical component to go with that competitive element that we have. So we combine all of our facilities at Shenandoah University with competition, community, and career preparation. We have over 250 days of programming, and there's something for everybody, and we want you to be part of it.
Approaching 80% of the way through one of the most exciting weeks in Shenandoah esports history here, as it is March 20th, and we've got another doubleheader to bring it to you today. We have our varsity Rocket League team gearing up to take on West Virginia Wesleyan University in the first of 2 matches, one day after we had a doubleheader in Smash Bros. Plenty of action going on during this week, and we'll take you through all that, but we got to get through Rocket League first. So,
I'm more special here tonight because, well, West Virginia Wesleyan College is here in person to play us on LAN here at the Shenandoah Esports Arena.
Ask, how are you feeling right now?
I'm feeling pretty good. We're feeling energetic. We're feeling quite high in spirits. We played you guys before, but we're ready for a different turnaround this time. I mean, having them directly behind us in a higher level is kind of intimidating, I'm not going to lie. But they have pretty good equipment, so I'm ready to use it to our advantage.
Throw an insult, say Dr. Pepper's bad. I don't know. Yeah.
You know what? Power to them. Let them do it. You know, I mean, we're all here for a good time. Like, shots are going to be fired regardless. But like, at the end of the day, it's Rocket League. We're a team. Like, we're on the same fan base anyway.
Gotta ask, what's the kind of tradition afterwards?
Well, we like to pray right before our games, and we tell God whether we win or lose, we're going to praise him. So after games, we like to go over what we did wrong or right and tell each other we did good either way.
Well, I will let both of you get back to it. Thank you so much for the interview. Yeah, best of luck to both sides, and we'll send it back to the casters.
Yeah, no, it's going to be fun seeing maybe some chirping back and forth, you know. Now let's take a quick look at West Virginia Wesleyan, right? We have Zekaroni, Cayenne Drake, and Specklass Hype Chamber into our fly-through, getting ready for game number 1, right? Is this by Macarios now trying to get aggressive, but the clear coming through yet again from Shenandoah. Ball dangerously up by the crossbar. Kiazi able to
of the goal, but goes moneyless so far. Shenandoah still up only one.
Yeah, Pagani in position off of that waterfall. The Hornets here in game number 1, so we'll see if West Virginia Wesleyan can do anything about it. But Kiazi with a little bit of a dribble, a fake out going left and going right.
And just get a touch, but we sit at midfield, and finally a shot comes out. Mango with a bad touch there, but Pagani able to really history for West Virginia Wesleyan to come back into this one. But with zeros on the clock, can they find one for themselves? They cannot. Shenandoah soundly taking game number 1.
Ending these clears and trying to transition that back into some offensive prowess.
I hate to keep pulling up the high ground, if you will, but SU is sitting on top as we speak. Mango getting maybe a little too comfortable up there, as West Virginia Wesleyan did get a little bit of coaching there.
Cross, the follow-up coming through, the shot on goal, but won't be able to find the touch they were looking for. But the pinch from the corner instead, Zeke will see now finding themselves with a lot of control of this ball here in game number 2. But just as I say that, Mango going for it all will be able to sneak it past that goalpost.
A great little jump there from Mango to get the ball, take it all the way back and tie this game up with under a minute surpassed in this game, but just like that, call it a tough.
But WC doing a great job getting back on the defensive side. However, Pagani with a demo, a shot on goal. Mango can follow up, find the touch indeed. And WC's half of the pitch. Pagani with a cross. Mango in position to follow up. Will be able to do so. Shenandoah snatched the lead away with 1:39 to go. Not a whole lot of boost to work with. Can they get there in time? No, they thought it was going to go off of the corner, but it does hit the ground.
Back up the wall, and West Virginia Wesleyan would have an opportunity.
And that defensive player that we often see them fall into
so far have been pretty front-loaded in offense.
And Karios now trying to beat out Mango in that touch. Won't be able to do so, but Mango from the heavens will be able to strike back. You can see the player cams as well of SU. We'll have to see what Mango can do now with this one. Zeke would meet that one in the air and push it to the right-hand side. Kiazi, however, will be able to catch that one off the wall, and
Virginia Wesleyan stays alive on that play after looking pretty scary there for a second.
Oh, the touch coming through as well. Mango off of the
way up to the ceiling and dropping it gently at midfield, as SU will finish the series winners 3-0 and
do fall to 1-6, still hunting for that second win of
difference, but SU still coming out on top, and we see the players go through and give fist bumps. Good showmanship, good sportsmanship here between. No, yeah, great showing out of the guys. We see a guest appearance there out of one of the stars.
Awesome, thank you so much, Chris and Ben. I am here with Wyatt. I gotta ask, a very strong performance win so far. How are you feeling after that game?
Oh, dude, I'm feeling great. At the land match, it was really fun to have them here, and just all around good vibes.
8 o'clock, so if you're looking for that match, it will be right here. But for now, I'm Chris Clayton, that's Ben Kincaid. You'll see us in a little bit, but we're gonna take a break, so we'll see you on the other side.
Esports Arena here. Part 2 of our doubleheader is about to go underway as we go through our arena. We look at, this is week number 7 here this week, so very excited to get that one kicked off underway. But yeah, this is definitely going to be a tough matchup, right? Waynesburg 5-1 atop of this group. Shenandoah 4-1 here as well, fighting for a top spot in.
What are you bringing from the previous match into this one to really keep your game plan locked?
Yeah, so we were kind of using the first game to kind of gain momentum, kind of get those rotations back, because me and the boys play in NECC. I don't play on the NACE roster. So it's kind of nice to just kind of get into that groove again, because we've been out for spring break. So just kind of getting that momentum back in, the rotations back, the passing and all that.
One match, but yeah, one more still ahead of them, and an important one at that.
Wanting it to be, I mean, frankly, 1 goal to 1 goal. I don't expect a blowout in any of
to see that either direction here tonight, as both of these teams, we've said it plenty, are very talented, really digging deep in their bag of tricks and finding a win through their.
See what both teams are trying to do here on this offensive side. Play out of this corner. Pagani with an angle. I think there was a little bit of miscommunication coming through from Waynesburg. It's both
there. Kiazi sending it to the net, and we load back. into a neutral state as Mango gets a shot with no boost. I was not even talking.
From Waynesburg, Kiazi winning out on that 50-50 as well. Mango as well, tossing that one up. Pagani with the follow-up, just squeaking it past that crossbar. Pagani now well finding a cross back over into this corner, but Shenandoah again in full control of his offensive side. A whip coming through as well. Mango
corner to corner and into a dangerous corner for Waynesburg.
Oh, Kiazi with the cross. Pagani following up, but Mango will be the one to get the tap in.
Offense, the ball has just not found its way past midfield pretty much since kickoff.
Oh, a whip coming through as well. Pagani and Mango now find themselves both with a hat trick here in game number 1 with one full control of this game. And Vochi, however, has a shot. Mango trying to get back in time, but won't be able to find the angle. Waynesburg finally striking back.
Wants to stay alive. They're going to take all the information they can get from game number 1, but that information will not include a win. SU pulling out ahead in the series once again.
Side to keep SU out of the net there in that first game, both scoring that hat trick as we go into game number 2, kickoff in favor of SU. Mango getting a shot on, but Pagani unable to get there fast enough. But now it's Mango in the air. No one back in the goal for Wayne.
Pagani had a tight angle there, can't quite capitalize, but a dangerous ball once again as the ball dances right into the net. Kiazi would have been overwhelmingly leaning SU's way as, wow, Mango
tossing it up in the air. But yeah, I mean, it just seems like a game of keep away right now, as now we see Kiazi going in. Mango with the follow-up will be able to finish the job.
Finally, the ball in front of the SU goal, and Waynesburg with a couple shot attempts, but just like that, Mango's taking it the distance. So far, Waynesburg has not shown any of that, and that's a way. It's going to take some pretty drastic changes to catch this team sleeping, because look at them. They could not feel better about the position they're in. And wants no part of that.
We'll certainly smile and laugh. One in Vochi, the only one with the goal for the spot thus far. So we'll have to see if they can get anything going on the offensive side.
Backs against the wall is going to have to really plant those feet down and find one goal on their mind. And if the last 3 minutes of gameplay were strictly keep away, that will no longer apply. You have to think that the offensive threat will be on.
The cross coming through as well. Kiazi unable to make contact with the ball. Zombie with a breakaway. 2-0 Waynesburg. Corner. Speed dash coming through as well. The cross up, but Vochi able to catch that one out of the air, tossing it back down to Kiazi. Shot on goal. Will be able to find the angle. Nevertheless, unable to do so. A Zombie finds themselves with another save.
90 seconds left on the clock. Again, Shenandoah in a position that we haven't seen them in often, but Waynesburg to deal with, and Kiazi really the glue holding this all together right now.
Yeah, 2-2 now.
Oh, why not?
Now with
as it went in, and he was patting the shoulder of Pagani. He loved seeing that, and Pagani couldn't get enough of it, as why not keep it up?
Right, same spot, same defender, unable to get back to that ball. Now finding themselves with a 2-goal lead, and Vochi, however, wins out on that one. 30 seconds left here. The bumps coming through. Kiazi with that shot on goal, unable to find the angle. As now it's Long Socks, a jump coming through. Left the mechanical god on SU. Will they be able to find it? No, goes spiked down into the ground. Game 3
in the face of Vochi. Now Mango looking to finish it himself. Can't quite get through, and now the clock ticks play. Kiazi looking to help out, and that is a dangerous shot. Kiazi goes and finishes the job. The players erupt a roar in the arena as they win 2 series.
Overtime there in game number 3.
Or SU in 3, I should say. Yeah, not dropping a game. Blemishes on the record. Not dropping.
Looking, they have solidified themselves now atop the group in NECC.
How do you keep yourself in that sort of momentum and carry it up and through the end?
So for us, or me at least, like that first series, it was kind of just a morale booster. We were able to get good momentum, good energy from that. We were able to carry that to our second game. So I think for me personally, I don't know about the fellas, but that was big for me.
The chem was on top. That's what did it for me. That's what keeps me going.
Chemistry always.
Follow, subscribe, like, whatever you do so you get your notifications when that one goes live. Chris, I'm going to do your outro. Be a friend, tell a friend something nice that might just change their life. We will see you guys next time.
No, wasn't your fault, don't even matter. I wasn't thinking clear, trying to take it there. Scared to lose it all. I won't stand a chance, and I don't wanna fake it. What if I can't walk away? You got me standing in the rain, hoping I don't make the same mistake. Same mistake. Hoping I don't make the same mistake. I'm just standing in the rain, hoping I don't make the same mistake.
Hand out, she holds. It's feeling like we've been here before. We're both so broke. That's something that'll keep us afloat. Don't walk too slow. We can't keep falling deep.